Welcome back to The Pick.
Welcome back to the show, you guys.
This is going to be our recap of the AFC Conference Championship game against the Patriots and the Chiefs. I'm going to set the Colts. The Chiefs. Patriots win this one 37-31 in a nail-biting overtime game. Let's get these stats knocked out right quick. Tom Brady had a monster game despite not having a whole bunch of touchdowns and a couple of interceptions, which weren't really his fault.
No.
Almost 350 yards, touchdown, interception. Sonny Michel had a really good game. He had almost 30 carries, which was kind of crazy, really. I didn't even notice that.
Right? That was crazy.
29 carries, 113 yards, 2 tubs. He kind of wasn't used in the second half in the overtime, though. Edelman had a monster game, super clutch catches, especially in that last drive. Gronk, same. He had a monster game in that second half and that last drive as well in overtime. All right, Patty Mahomes. He had a really good game, 300 yards, pretty much 3 touchdowns. D.D. Williams, he didn't have a whole bunch of rushing yards, but he had 30 yards, a touchdown, 2 passing touchdowns.
Yep.
So Boomer Sooner, man, he had a really good game. A lot of people sleep on him and say that he's not as good as Kareem Hunt, which he's not, but he's still a really good running back. So I'm really happy for him. He got a extension with the Chiefs, so they got themselves a running back. Tyreek Hill got shut down, which I figured he would. Outside of that big pass, he didn't really do much. Watkins did have a really good game. 117 yards, no touchdowns though. D.D. Williams again, 66 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill only had 1 catch and 42 yards on 3 targets. Travis Kelce got shut down as well, 23 yards on 3 catches. So he didn't really do much either. So they Patriots pretty much shut down their best 2 targets and made someone else beat them.
That's what they do.
That's what they do, which I figured they would do that. Where do we begin? Patriots, man. They're amazing, dude. Like,
you see that roach go by?
Yeah, like we said in the preview, like they're that cockroach. It never goes away. Like
they're proving that more and more.
They're proving that more and more. Absolutely amazing. He was absolutely amazing this second half overtime.
Yeah.
He's a GOAT. I thought he was a GOAT. He's even more solidified that he's the GOAT. I thought he was a GOAT when he beat the Seahawks, but he's even more the GOAT.
Just keeps proving it.
Like, this team's not that good, man. They don't have that much talent.
Actually not.
Edelman wasn't good. Has been good in the playoffs. Gronk's a shell of himself. Offensive line is not that good. So Michel's been playing really good, well in these playoffs, but he's not elite running back, but he's good. Their defense isn't that good outside of the secondary.
Right.
They don't have any good pass rushers. Van Noy is the best one. I don't know what the heck happened to Hightower. He doesn't even really play, or he doesn't really make an impact. I don't know what the heck's that kind of making sense to me, but yeah, they don't have anyone really on defense outside of Gilmore. So like, this is amazing, man.
Wow, dude.
Like Bill Belichick's fucking flipping genius. We try not to curse. Sorry about that. The flipping genius. Like, it's amazing that his idea to do all these blitzes, get all these sacks. Amazing as well. Shutting down Hill, shutting down Kelce. Like, I can't believe that they absolutely neutralized both of them pretty much.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think about because they don't have special defense. They don't have any names that really stand out to you.
Yeah, like
so it's
Gilmore's an All-Pro, which is he's a monster. But
one player. So
like one player. So I don't know what they were doing on defense for the Chiefs in that overtime drive. Like, make someone else beat you, please. Like, every time it was Edelman or Gronk. Edelman or Gronk.
And that was it.
And they were doubling Gronk a lot, but they weren't like, make someone else beat you.
Well, not only that, but in big plays when they needed big stops, they let him one-on-one with these little corners, and of course Gronk in a corner. That's an extreme mismatch. So I don't get it, man. When you got big name players that are known for big name plays like Edelman and Gronk, you got to stop them. You got to shut them down. You got to cut it out right there. And nope, they were making big plays when they needed them. So they got to cut that. They need to cut that out. And nope, they let them come up with those big plays. So it was frustrating. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad for Andy Reid. I feel bad for Eric Berry. I mean, they're not going away though. Like, I feel bad for Eric Berry because I don't think his career is much longer. But Patty Mahomes and Andy Reid, they're not going away. They're coming back, man. I got to give it to Patty Mahomes. He was amazing that drive to kick a field goal. So that was amazing. He played really well when his team really needed him. He took a lot of shots. That one penalty on Tom Brady was absolutely ridiculous.
Completely missed it.
Yeah, and Patty Mahomes got
He got
jabbed in his throat,
right in his throat,
which was called the week previous, which I thought should have been called against the Saints and the Eagles. So that's ridiculous. These refs, man, we are going to do a segment because these refs have been absolutely ridiculous,
especially in the postseason.
Postseason to season, absolutely ridiculous. But that's really all I gotta say, man. Shout out Tom Brady. Shout out Bill Belichick.
The dynasty never goes away.
Dynasty never goes away. Definitely looking forward to the game. My team's playing the kind of their arch enemy in a way because they started this dynasty.
Sure did.
I'm gonna say this again, but they started this dynasty. Hopefully the Rams can end it.
I'm in the same boat. I'm tired, man. Like before we turn on the cameras, this is a thing. Like, we're not bashing the dynasty at all. Like, we actually are amazed by that. But it's just annoying. It's like, okay, Tom, you're 40 years old. Can you go away, please? And he just keeps coming, man. And it's what's hard to wrap around my mind right now is how this team is doing it, because they're not that great.
Yeah.
Out of all the teams he's had, this is, me and him agree, this is probably easily one of his worst outside of maybe his first year. Like,
his first year, that team was really.
Is he the first year or like something in that range?
He won the Super Bowl. That defense was a monster.
It was somewhere in the middle of that he had a bad team. But
yeah, but this team
is not good.
One definitely top three. I think probably the worst talent-wise his team's ever had.
Gronk this year has pretty much just been an extra lineman.
Yeah.
Edelman, he can only do so much.
And he hasn't been. He wasn't himself.
No, he really hasn't. No. Hogan, he's all right as a receiver. He ain't crazy good.
Josh Gordon was good, but he got kicked out team. So
they got some good running backs, Sony Michel and James White,
and Burkhead and
they got a solid.
Whoever else.
Yeah, they got a solid line, but it just they're not that. If we want to get real, as far as the names on those the teams, they're not that good.
This is not that. This is not that. Patriots team that won the championship.
2010-ish.
No, 2014 that won the championship with what was that really good corner that played for the Jets? I forgot his name off the top of my head. Darrelle Revis. Yeah, Darrelle Revis' defense, Patriots team, had a ton of talent. Or
Brewski, and they had Willie McGinnis and Richard Seymour. That was their hands down. That was their best defense.
Yeah, that 2007 team with Randy Moss.
Right. But yeah, point is, this is not a good Patriots team compared to what he's used to having or used to playing with, and they still found a way to get a victory. And that just, I've kind of always put Rodgers a little ahead of Tom Brady, but I don't know, man. I think Tom Brady just keeps etching his way up there, and to me, really, if he goes and wins this Super Bowl against the Rams, I told him that literally solidifies it for me. There's no other way of saying that he's the GOAT at that. I mean, he's already the GOAT in my opinion, but he's definitely kicked everybody else off that pedestal with him, because that's crazy if he beats the Rams, because that team's loaded. So, but yeah, back to this game. Chiefs, they started out struggling on both sides of the ball, defensive and offensive. The Chiefs kind of got it going back in this. I know.
Let's go to a break right quick. We'll be right back.
All right. Welcome back. We had to take a quick timeout, but as we were saying, Chiefs struggled first half, both sides of the ball. Offense couldn't figure anything out. Defense definitely couldn't figure anything out. They were running the ball really, really well. Patriots were, and they couldn't figure out to stop it. But the second half came around. Chiefs offense and defense started stepping up. Patty started finding his targets and getting that ball, chucking that ball down the field like we've known him to do, and completing them. And then on the other side of the ball, the defense started stepping up, causing turnovers, which is a big thing that they needed to do against the Patriots. That you got to get turnovers against that team if you want to win.
Yeah.
Bad thing is on those turnovers, outside of I think one, they didn't do anything with it. There was one interception that Tom Brady threw in the end zone. They didn't do anything with it, which is they need to. Like I said, you got to take advantage of those turnovers, especially against the Patriots. I think that's one of the big things that changed this game is, they just didn't convert on those. We know the Patriots, they're going to take away somebody big on a weapon that's big on Kansas City, which is I figured it would be either Hill or Travis Kelce, but they ended up kind of taking both of them away. But Sammy Watkins stepped up really big because he's been pretty whacked this season, to be honest with you. He's kind of been non-existent, but he played really well in this game. He was actually getting away from coverage this time and stepping up big time. So that was nice to see because I like Sammy Watkins as a person and as a player too. And he stepped up big when they needed him because nobody else was really doing anything. Dede played really well, which is I'm happy. He scored 3 touchdowns, 3 big important touchdowns. So I'm happy about that. Go Boomer Sooner. But yeah, man, I don't understand it, man. These Patriots find a way to win. Make enough plays on defense to step up. I don't know, man. I just don't understand it. And the other thing is Chiefs defense, especially when big, like I said this earlier, but big opportunities, you got to take away their biggest targets, which is Julian Edelman and that big old Gronkinator. And they didn't do it when they needed to in the most important times. And I think that's another thing that really hurt them is they let their best weapons do what they wanted almost, pretty much. And you can't do that. You kind of got to do what the Patriots do, which is take away your best weapon. And they didn't do that at all. Now I understand that defense ain't that good either. But neither really is that Patriots defense. So they could have found a way to stop these guys, some form, fashion. But man, great job by these Patriots, man. I mean, we might not like them very much, but you just gotta respect where respect needs to be due, and they're so good at making adjustments with especially Belichick. He's so good at just finding the players or having the players that they have and finding ways to win them with them. And this definitely proves that because I think Chiefs on the board and in this game was a better team. And nope, they got to go back to the drawing board. I think they're still going to be right in there in the mix next year. They have to get that defense better for sure. Their offense is pretty solid. If they can keep the players they got, then they're definitely set again. Like I said, Dede's got an extended contract. I'm happy about that. But great year for the Chiefs. Great year for Patty. I'm pretty sure in my eyes, he's still an MVP. So
I mean, he played really amazing in this game.
He did. He actually played really good in this game. But just at times, I will say though, at times there was throws he needed to make that he didn't make.
Yeah, and he took a couple of stupid sacks he shouldn't have.
Right. Dede could have had a third reception as a touchdown, 4th overall. But he kind of threw it over his head a little bit.
Yeah, he missed that one back.
So there's definitely a couple rookie mistakes, if you want to say, that.
Technically a rookie.
No, he's not, but he definitely made some I would say, put it this way, young man mistakes. That hurt in this game. So, but I think like I said, I think he's going to change that around. They're going to be right in the mix next year. Here we go again with the Brady's, man. Him and the Brady bunch. Back in the Super Bowl, man. Let's see what they can do with it. And great job for the Patriots. And that could surely solidify us in that dynasty, especially if they win again. Jesus. But that'll do it for me. Anything last words?
I'm pretty much good.
All right, that'll do it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe. Chris will love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. We'll see you on the next one.